Hello and welcome to a very unexpected and unplanned vlog. I'm going to be trying to shoot this petrol station, abandoned petrol station in a village called Grandpound near me. I've set up the 4.5. I've got the 90mm lens on for wide angle. I'm trying to capture these pumps behind, so I'll flip this round, give you an idea of what the composition is, and then I'll crack on and take it because it's going to meter now. Let's get the Pantech spot meter out. Going to need to adjust reciprocity. So lowest is 6, highest is 9. So, 5 is the lowest. So if I meter for 7, which is in the middle, that should give me a reasonable answer. So at F32, that's going to be 8 seconds. If I add on double that for reciprocity, that's going to give me 15 seconds. So set things up, see how we get on. So this is the subject, the abandoned petrol station with a for sale notice on it. Pumps falling into disrepair. It'll soon be demolished and be gone. It's a little bit of history for this local area. So yes, let's get on. I've metered at 7 ISO 100 f32. That's going to be quite a long exposure, so I'll need to switch this off and use the exposure timer on the phone because I haven't got stopwatch with me. Okay, so I've taken 2 exposures, both with the front shift on the standard. The first one, there was a bit of tilt on the standard which I didn't notice, which may well cause the plane of focus to be adjusted, so I reshot with it level. Hopefully the second one is in line and that will be okay. So I did 20 seconds, then I did 30 seconds. Okay, so new composition, vertical of this pump with its buddleia bush growing out of the base of it. Everything all stained and weathered and rusty. The panels of the roof above falling or fallen already, taken out of this long abandoned petrol station, gas station as they say in America. So I'm going to make this exposure. I'm going to guesstimate the exposure times. So I'm going to go to f22, 15 and 30 seconds, 2 sheets of film. This is Fomapan 100, so it's the cheap stuff, and if I make a mistake, I always come back. Looking at it, I'm beginning to wonder whether it would look really, really good in some sort of colour. So I'm back at the abandoned gas station, stroke petrol station, Grandpound near me. It's got the full sale sign, it's now changed to sale agreed, so I thought I'd come back, take some photos with the Bronica colour and maybe some mono whilst I've got the chance. So I'm going to try and take a picture of this Lycanthropum vulgare. It's a common plant around here in front of the abandoned petrol station. I'm probably going to do this handheld. For f5.6 it gives me between 1/60th and 2/50th of a second, so I'm going to halve this, go for 1/2/5 of f5.6. So I'm going to swap over to some more detailed shots, and to do that I'm going to put the 75mm standard lens back on. So So I set the camera up, 75mm lens, 1/125 at f4, so fairly shallow depth of field, just trying to get these out-of-date petrol pumps or gas pumps, as you know can say. So I'm going to take the dark slide out and just make it closer. We've got the workings of the old pump inside there, the cobwebs, the rust, all the fading signs. We've not left the fallen off cover. I may go back with a black and white Bronica ETRS and try that. So not final exposure of this film. I say final because I was saying 14 doesn't wind on the back. So anyway, do the exposure. 1/8 of a second. I'm going to have to change the exposure readings for this. I'm going to take it down to a 15th at 5.6. So here you have a classic piece of industrial heritage, which is public weighbridge. You can see the entrance would have been over there from the road. Come in, weigh whatever goods you had to weigh, and then slide out that way. So it's clearly been in use up to some point. So I've metered, and I'm going to do 60th of a second at 5.6. 40mm lens, 1/60th of a second, f5.6. It's fairly shallow depth of field. Now I'm going to go on and try an exposure of the pump and then the door. Try this composition. In actual fact, I've decided to try and put a polarizer on, see if I can get a bit more contrast. So, turn it 90 degrees. Yes, there's maximum boost. I've given it an extra stop. But even so, we're going to go for 60th. First equipment failure of the day. So there you have it, a two-part shoot at gram pound. Condensed into a single part. Apologies for the quality of the audio throughout. It was difficult due to the traffic noise and the microphone setup at the time I was using that actually seemed to make it worse. You would think we're surrounded by birds judging by the noise, but trust me, it was just quite quiet. So that's all much improved now. I've made as much effort as I possibly can to reduce the noise where possible. In other cases where I can't really do anything about it, I've added some captions and information bars just to help you along the way. But I really did want to show you these images because on the whole I'm quite pleased with them, particularly the second set, and especially the ones that use the rather odd film by the name of Bronica Retro ETRS. So I wasn't expecting much from that film because the word retro and film often conjures up the image of really humongous grain and poorly controlled contrast and everything, but actually fine grain, well detailed, well sharp. The only sort of difficulty I had with it was in the processing, in that it's quite thin film and it just needs careful handling, but that's something I can learn to deal with. So I've still got a roll of that and I'll be using that again, I think, later this year. So thanks very much for watching this chromatograph on location video. There'll be more on location videos to come. This was from way back, actually back in the spring, but we're now in December, so yes, lots more videos still in the pipeline. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. That really helps me so much. And go over, have a look at my Patreon to see what's happening on there. Thank you. Bye now.